Hey, I'm done. All right, guys. Dizzy Dragon, My Girl, Chili Monbird. Hey, you know what? Drew V, Mr. Wolf, Tim, Russell Jonathan. Good to see you. So listen, you guys. Look what I'm munching today. This is special because this is a fruit that grows in Bree's backyard. My girl, Harper. I love you both, tons, and Mia too. Anyhow, dragon fruit, very very exciting. This grows now. It has flaps that they like this, and they cut them off for some reason. I guess when they ship them, they cut them off. It's a beautiful, beautiful plant. So I'm gonna munch on a little bit of this, put some tincture on it. We're gonna do some question and answer. Dylan's Kingdom, good to see you. Andrew Tucker, good to see you. Corey, Charles McClellan, good to see you. Life of Dennis Brace, Scooby the Budding Queen, good to see you guys. You know what's really weird? I have no problem talking to you guys ever. Today I did the next step in the bus pass where we're talking about kind of what made me, what kind of brought me to where I am, and I'm like, I was stammering, and it's not stuff I ever talk about. Isn't that just the most beautiful thing? Honestly, passion fruit. Did I say dragon fruit? I meant passion. Sorry. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, it smells so good. My mouth is watering. So I'm gonna eat some of this. Hi, Tom. Good to see you, man. Yeah, you know what? I do I have any lemon tincture left? I do. I was gonna put. I have some of your vintage, the most recent. But you're right. Lemon probably will be better. Um, all right, so I'm gonna munch this. But anyway, getting back to what I was talking about, the bus pass. I'm talking about some stuff that I just never, ever talk about. I mean, I've told Bria, she knows everything. You know what I mean? But it's just kind of weird to talk about. What a gorgeous fruit this is. I'm sure it's not in nearly the same kind of shape that would be a breeze, but it's kind of squishy, a little soft on the edges. Oh man, I should have got it. Something to clean my hands with. I had no idea it was going to be this messy. You should see the one that Brie grows. I swear to you, they're huge. And the color is so spectacular. I was kind of stunned. I was in the grocery store today. Couldn't believe it. I picked the nicest one they had, but you wouldn't believe how much better I was thinking maybe the same thing, Tom. But this is going to be so yummy. All right, so I'm using a blade that was given to me by Tom Broom. Okay, so we got some tincture here. We're getting really low on the lemon. Here we go. Oh, this is going to be so good. If you got anything hot, munch it with me, you guys. Hanging out with the bus driver. Wow. So tasty. You're right, the lemon plays very, very nicely with it. Um, let me tell you, let me see what the fruit tastes like without the tincture. It's a very unique fruit. It almost has a melon flavor. It's very unique. Not melon, maybe pear. Kind of like if you took like a honeydew lemon and crossed it with a pear. It kind of has that flavor. Very, very tasty. Skidmark, good to see you. Got some huge pepper plants. Planted late last year, so I expect a lot more this year. That's very exciting. They're huge and doing great. Excellent. Let's have a little more passion fruit, a little more tincture. Jasper, good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping in. Justin B, good to see you. Russell, that's a pretty good description. Kind of a cross between a kiwi and a banana. I can get behind that. Definitely a kiwi thing going on in there. And maybe like a pear. That's weird. It's a very, very interesting fruit. Prickly pear, kind of, yeah, Dizzy Dragon. But you know what? The lemon really, really works. Guys, hang on one second. Stay right there. I got to show you something. Remember these infamous bottles? Guys, remember them? This is from the #1, the most viewed video. It's not even close to my favorite at all. But the most viewed video that I've made in 7 years, it's, everybody calls it just panic mode. They've shortened it. But it's close to panic mode as you'll see me. In that video, I drank 2 of these, both of these. Drank this one straight. This one poured into a pepper. And it was brutal. That video right now, let me tell you what the number is. Because it'd be good to tell you. Hang on just a split second. If you don't mind. Appreciate your patience, everybody. Okay. So that video, it's as close to panic mode as you'll see me. That video currently has 999,628 views. So in about, I would say in 2 days, that video is going to hit 1 million. And it's really kind of weird. I don't know why, but I don't know why, but it's a massive milestone. Something that really means a lot to me. I don't know why. You know, we've never, I say we because it's our channel, we've never had a viral video. You know, a video where we've got millions of views. You know, we're at almost 21 million views as a channel. But almost 1 million of them just for that one video. So that's kind of special. I'm kind of excited about that. So when that happens, I'm going to be duplicating. These are same exact stuff from the same exact company. I'm going to be duplicating that challenge. Which will be fun because it really hurt me the last time. I think I'll do better this time. Raleigh, good to see you. That was when you about had a panic attack. It was pretty rough. That was a bad one. It burned my my gums. The next day I woke up and my gums hurt. Like that was wicked. Really, really hurt. The life of Dennis Brace. Good to see you. Johnny came a long way. It's grown a lot. It's kind of funny how that's happened. You know, it's really funny because I've never edited videos. There's no intro. There's no, bookend, there's none of that. Nothing fancy, Hey, I just started doing like custom thumbnails like a couple months ago. It's really just kind of been winging it. I don't know. I think everybody's always taken this a little bit more seriously than I have. What's the hottest I've ever had? Raleigh, the hottest pepper I've ever had is a Primatali. It's a great pepper. The hottest thing I've ever eaten is 16 million Scoville capsaicin crystals. Esnival, good to see you from Puerto Rico. Love Puerto Rico. Blake Anderson. Balake. Good to see you, man. Puerto Rico's a great place. Name the video similarly, so it's a sequel. It'd be something like that. I'm not quite sure. I got a pretty, yeah. It would be fun to do. Dollar Silver got hot sauce today, man. Very tasty. First 7-pot white sauce. Nice, citrusy. It sounds like it'd be awesome on pizza. Guys, I'm glad. I almost forgot about this because I was gonna do this. Now, if you have a bus pass, you have access to this right now. Tom had, I think he had 27. Is that the number he had? Tom, was that the number you had? He had 27 when he first started, but people are buying these up. On Monday, they're open to the public, so whatever he's got left. But Tom, if you could just put in the comment section how many of those are, oops, how many of those are left, I would appreciate it greatly. Thank you. For life of Dennis Brace. Here's the deal. I think though, what if I had edited? What if I've said things like, "Hey, like, comment, and subscribe"? I don't ever do that. What if I had done that all along? Maybe it'd be a lot bigger. Who knows? Of course, I didn't really get into this to have some subs, or it's silly to me. So, no one's more blown away by the whole thing than I am. Out of touch. Good to see you. Swiss Vapor. Good to see you, man. 27, yeah, he started with 27. He's got 16 left. So if you want them, get them. Joel Lawson, good to see you. Pepper, good to see you. Dylan's Kingdom. Before you started your channel, how long were you eating peppers? I've been with you from the start, but I can't remember if you mentioned it. I always ate, I ate whatever peppers were near me and available. So I've been eating peppers for a really, really long time. But starting the channel really sort of changed things. The Surstroming Challenge with me and Tommy is going to be fun. I can't wait. It's going to be good. So I fly out Sunday, the day after tomorrow. Tomorrow, what a great weekend it's going to be. Tomorrow I'm going to be at the office and be working all day. But guess who I'm working with? Big Al. Oh yeah. We're going to be making a video or two or maybe 3. We'll see if we can make a bunch. Every time he tries to stop and eat something, he eats every 4 hours whether he needs it or not. So we're going to start. He could be watching. I have to be careful. He could be watching. But we'll make a video. I won't burn him. It's not going to be too hot. Ow. So anyway, we're doing that Saturday. And then Sunday, I'm heading early in the morning. I'm flying to Los Angeles. I leave on the 12th. We film on the 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, and 17th. And then I'm home on the 18th. And then after that, we have one more shoot to do. And then from what I gather, it's done. And then they're just editing and getting ready to show this thing. So it's going to be a very, very fun week. I'm going to have a lot of very unusual content. I've been very good. Listen, towards the end of the Netflix was a really short thing. Because they shot with me. They were at my house for a couple of days. And then I was in Fort Mill filming here for a few days, for 2 days, I think. And that was it. So I didn't really get a chance to loosen up and be cool around the crew. I didn't really get a chance to get to know them that well. I've been shooting with these guys for like a month. I know these guys. I know all of them. I've burned a bunch of them. There's a few that have vowed that they're going to eat some really hot stuff. So this trip, almost a week, I'm gonna burn people. I'm gonna film it. And I'm going to put them on the channel. I'm going to do it. I'm going to make sure we don't talk about the project we're on. I'll make sure you can't tell by anything they're wearing what network it is. And I'm going to give you guys some really fun, interesting content. I can't wait for the Big Al videos either. I love Big Al. McDougal, good to see you. John Doe, good to see you. Caught a live stream. First live stream ever, John Doe. It's crazy you just got here because just earlier, Chili Mama Bird said, when do you think John Doe's going to be here? And then Tom Broom was like, man, I don't know. I was expecting last week. Thanks for being here, John Doe. That's awesome. Mike Honcho, good to see you. Hair of the dog. Eat more peppers, always. Yeah, it's going to be fun, Bree. I can't wait to hang out with Big Al. Big Al's fun. Big Al, or Tom, I've been thinking about prematale. You haven't thought about a prematale tincture? I have. I figured you'd have one started already. Central Texas Trapper. Good to see you. So I'm really excited about this. I'm gonna do a video on the plane. I'm gonna eat a pepper on the plane on the way out, and on the way back. This is gonna be I'm just gonna. They may not all be long videos, and maybe a lot of little clips, but I'm gonna have my camera going a lot. Looking forward to it. McDougal, congrats on your sobriety, brother. Thank you so much. Let me tell you how far it is. You guys want to know? Let me see here. How many days is it? I don't know unless I look at the thing. Wow. Very cool. You can't see because of the glare. The glare is not going to let you see. It's 3 months, or excuse me, 3 years and 11 months. That means I'm exactly 1 month away from my 4 years. That's exciting. You know what's cool about a sobriety date? The first year it happens, you're really stoked. It's like, wow, man, there's a great feeling of accomplishment. You feel better. You see changes in your life in almost every area there is. Alan got his bus pass. Boy, there's some gritty stuff for you to watch. Thank you so much. But I totally forgot what I was saying. It's terrible. Oh, so you have a year under your belt and you're excited. It's a really, really cool thing. But when the second year happens, you're like, man, second year is like 2 years. And then, so each year really means more. And this is 4 years. That's exciting. I've saved a ton of money, you know. It's a pretty cool thing. I'm excited about it. The cool thing is I'm not ashamed. I own my past, you guys. I am what I am. And I own it. So it's good that it's you can do it too. If you have a problem, get on the lifeboat. It helps. Corey, just like, it seems like yesterday I was bidding on your recliner. I remember that. That was funny. Franklin, MC, first live. No way. We've been waiting for you to show up, Franklin. Thank you, man. Mary Jane, play some guitar for us, Johnny. Kind of hacked around at the beginning a little bit. Maybe at the end. Spicy Skittles. Boy, you know what? It's a challenge. I thought about it. It's a challenge, though. Candies like that are difficult. Jeremy Bell, good to see you, dude. Spicy Skittles are coming. That's a Chili Mama Bird and Johnny project. Peter Cutler, good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping in. Benji, all kinds of people. Well, there's new people popping in. That's awesome. You should make a super pepper jelly. I'll tell you what, there's some really great jellies out there, jams and jellies that it's a realm I haven't gone in. It'd be hard to do because the stuff I've had is so spectacular. It'd be hard to even try to compete at that level with those guys. Skidmark, need to do more videos with College Boy and Big Al. Agreed. Tomorrow we'll be doing videos with Big Al for sure. Finally, Friday, spending it with Johnny and the Bus Pass Riders and all. Yep, very cool. Sip Chomper, good to see you, man. It's good to see you too, Jeremy. I finished answering Peter Cutler's question when I'm moving to Australia. Look at this, going to be coming pretty close, hopefully. There are some things that, when it's all done, I'm going to tell you all kinds of things I can't really talk about now, but when it's all done and I'm there, I'll explain to you just the horse manure I've had to go through to get there, but it's worth it. But there's a reason I'm waiting till the 18th to submit paperwork again. I was going to do it a couple weeks ago, but the time... I'll tell you. I'll just tell you. I'm going to get something in writing from the people from filming this, that in the event that a second season materializes, we're shooting it there in Australia. And that's going to provide a lot of weight for them opening the door for me. So hopefully very, very soon. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait. Been a long time coming. Kevin Green, good to see you, man. Long time. Dan Moser, hot sauces. We got Benji Mack as an arm wrestler. He's got arms like Popeye. If you guys don't know who Dan Mosier is, owns Mosier Spice. And it's just great products, great sauces. He's grown some great peppers for me. He's just a good dude. And he has arms. He looks like he's been stung by a bee and he's having a bad reaction. The guy is just, he looks photoshopped. And he's not. He's right in front of you, but the guy's just a beast. Go check him out. He's very, very cool. Alan Vitri. I'm great, man. Follow you for years. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. It's crazy to even hear that. Years. I've been doing this for years. Oh, look at this. Johnny and I will be doing a live in the next few days together on Instagram. Yes, we will. Absolutely. Pepper eye drops, says Pepper. You know, here's the thing about eyes. I can almost enjoy any pepper burn. That's one I can't get behind, man. I've had, working where I work, if you knew, like a good day at Blazing Foods, Chase Eat, Hot Sauce, a good day is going home without getting it in your eyes. Because here's what happens. There are some days where we're not working with stuff with powder. Kevin Green got his mustache. Woo! You guys go check out my story. You'll hear some crazy stuff. Let me know what you think of it. Man, I don't know what I was saying. I just don't. I gotta stop doing that, you guys. I have attention span like a gnat. Ernie Eastman. How cool. Good to see you. From Scotland, Mary Johnson from Scotland. How cool. Tom Broom, in the near future, I have a special edition Reaper. I use 50% more powder in the same size jar. The Omega's about 18 months old now. Ooh. The Omega. Oh, iPod. Yeah. Thank you, Jeremy. Yeah, you get it. So on days thank you, Jeremy. On days when we're working with powder, it's literally in the air and you can't see it. And sometimes, like I envision it like, you ever been in the country, you see like a swarm of mosquitoes, a little ball floating in the air? Like, you ever see that? I don't know if you guys have ever had the chance to see that. It's like that with powder, but you can't see it. And you'll be walking along and then it'll just get you right in the eye. And it feels like needles. It just feels like needles are going right into your eyeball. And it's just like, Every once in a while I've had 2 in one day before. Same eye twice. I've had both eyes. I've had both eyes at the same time before. It's rough. So any challenges you're coming up with? We're working on a few. Yeah, absolutely. Working on a few for sure. Absolutely. Kevin Green, for sure. No real, I don't want to tease it yet, but we have some good stuff we're working on. You got to know, working with Foy, he's constantly, more than I'm always brainstorming, but he is just a machine. He really is. Michael Smita, good to see you. Getting ready to pick my Reapers grown inside. Wow, that's exciting. Darren, the Scotch Sonnet is with us. Good to see you, man. I've never grown my own peppers, Mike Honcho, but I'm going to. When I get to Australia, we will for sure will be having a garden. Sheesh, no thanks. A strong onion makes my eyes water. Can't imagine pepper powder. It's rough, Justin. Eyes are more painful than mouth. Yeah, you know what? Eye is the most instantaneous endorphin drop. It's just like, boom, instant. Oh, it's crazy. Ever done the Blazing Challenge at Buffalo Wild Wings? I have, actually. I think I got a t-shirt somewhere. Yeah, I have. You know what's funny about that one? Or is it the other one? I think it's that one. They were really, really hot. And I remember eating them thinking they had to have doctored them up because there's no way they're going to serve these this hot for the mainstream. Or is it a different company that was doing that? I can't remember. Christopher Allen. I just got a rush reading that. I've been 55 days sober and saved $1,200 putting my drinking money towards planting super hots and gardening. Wow, I got a rush from reading that. 55 days. Congratulations, man. That's so awesome. That's exciting. Congrats, man. Be excited. Keep it going. Derek, good to see you, dude, from PA. Awesome. Tubatera powder in the eye is brutal. Yep. Second Tubatera 2.0 is almost as bad. It's going to be fun, Walker Texas peppers. Can't wait to have that patch. We'll be having videos, doing a walkthrough, eating peppers right off the plant. There's nothing to me like pulling a pepper off a plant, cutting it open in the garden, looking at it and eating it right there. That is, I love that. I really do. Someone tell my peppers to grow, Christopher Allen. They will. Scotch sonnet. With tuba terror, your eyes will burn without even touching them. Have you guys, listen, I talk about sometimes I have people think I'm crazy. Have you guys ever had hot tears? Because when it happens, people will say to you, you put your fingers in your eyes. And it's not. It's stuff that in me coming out. Has anybody else ever experienced hot tears before? It's the strangest thing. I remember when my dad died, my tolerance was high. You know, I was crying a lot. Every time I cried, my eyes would just burn. It was brutal. Jasper, Wiley, app, growing all kinds of mild and hot, super hot peppers this year. Awesome. Good mixture. That's awesome. Chili Mombert, over 200 varieties ready to plant when I'm there. The other day we sat down. I was telling her I had all my seeds. I don't have a lot. I got some from Jimmy Pickles. I've got some from Tom. I've got. I don't ever, like I've never, like when an exotic one comes through, I've never snagged seeds. You guys know I just eat the whole thing. But a few where I had permission, I have some seeds. And nothing crazy exotic, but just some cool stuff that I really enjoyed. And I was going through with Brie. I'm like, I have this. Yeah, I got that. I have this. I got that. I have this. I got. She had everything I had, and then like 150 more. Buddha Davis, good to see you. I've had capsaicin tears. Yeah, man, it's brutal. They're painful. December Nights, guys. I've had hot tears before it's come out. It's weird. It's strange because the funny thing that I don't understand about hot tears is it burns your eyes, but the minute you dab it away, it's gone. You'd think there'd be a residual burn, but it's not. The minute you dab it away, it's gone, and then until you tear up again. With me, anyway. Fiery Fool tastes really good. That's a hot sauce. It's very good. Mark Supple, good to see you. He's had hot tears. The worst hot tears I've ever had, I think, were probably when I tried to eat. Well, I did eat. I think, what was it, 71 grams? I don't know if you guys ever saw the one. I ate like 71 grams of chocolate bootleg flakes. It was the first year of the channel, I think. Yeah, it was the first year of the channel. It was ridiculous. David Miner grew them. When he sent them to me, it was a bag of powder this big, a bag of flakes. You wouldn't believe it. It was insane. Alan, thank you so much for that donation. I really appreciate it, bro. Listen, if you're going to do a donation, make sure you ask a question so I can address a question for you. But thank you. But anyway, I ate those. I put the flakes in a bowl and ate them like it was cereal with a big spoon. And about halfway through, I couldn't see. And I mean, like towards the end, I couldn't see at all. It was bad. That was really a bad one. Mike, Chili Eskimo Stoltz. Never had hot tears. I had to burn when I pee, though. Yeah, fire hose. Catcher goals. How cool. Good to see you. Yeah, fire hose. It's a real thing. Zane K, good to see you. Yeah, funny story about the eye. And the first night I got my 16 million cap crystals, I opened the package. It came in. Not even the container it was in later, and then took the contacts out. Ooh. Yeah, I've heard that contacts are, I can't even fathom it. Well, here's the thing. I can never, like, a scary thing for me is to ever get an eyelash in my eye. Because there's never a point in my day, ever, and it hasn't been in probably 5 or 6 years, where I can put my finger in my eye and not have it burn. I can wash my hands in the sink, dry them with a fresh towel, put my finger in my eye, it's going to burn because it's just seeping out of my skin. It just is. It's a drag. So I usually just get a cotton swab and look for it and try to dab it with a cotton swab because my finger's just bad. RS, good to see you, man. Couldn't wear contacts for 3 days, Charles McClellan. Flakes of Death, Buddha Davis. Hottest gusher ever eaten, Alan. The hottest gusher. You know what? I ate a gusher just the other day that was insane. It was not really a gusher. It was a dry pod where I squirted a whole thing of really stupid hot extract from California Blazing Chili Farms. But that probably wasn't the hottest. I've done some with tinctures with Tom Broom stuff where I've had like just literally fill a big pepper with tincture and do that. So I've had a couple. Oh wait, I did one tincture, one gusher where I put capsaicin crystals in it. I think. Didn't I do that, you guys? I don't know if you ever saw. I think I did that. There's been a whole bunch. I don't know. There's been so many gushers I've done over the years. Drew V, how come nobody tried to submit that Primitalia as the new Guinness Book record holder? You know, the guy who created it, the guy named Chris in the UK, he does it for the love of what he's doing. And I don't think he's not a megalomaniac. It's not his driving passion to have the hottest pepper. So he's created that. I don't know. I'm not sure. You know, it's costly. It's not like if you go to a lab, if you just go to a bio lab and you send a sample off, it's $50, $100 to get a sample done. Submit one to Guinness. It's a lot more. Then if you win it, like I've said in the past, if you win the Guinness book, you have to stroke up a 5-figure check, multi-5-figure check, to be able to say, hey, you know, we have the hottest pepper. The Guinness book says so. So most people I know this guy who grew that. He doesn't, I shouldn't say, I don't know what he has, but the average backyard grower to sit down and stroke a check for 20, 25 grand just to be able to say it's a Guinness Book of World Record, although most people can't do that. And that's the big problem. Yeah, Szechuan peppercorns are weird, Christopher Allen. Very cool. I don't know if anybody has yet, Tom. I'd be curious to hear what they are. Yeah, Sriracha lethal extract. Yeah, that's what it was. Oh, man. Flamin' Jackson, love you too, bro. Good to see you, man. We should do a fund to raise the money to enter it. Well, the only problem is we didn't create it. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? It's like me submitting a Bugatti for the fastest car. It's like, well, it's not my car. You know what I mean? So without being the person that created it, I'm not sure if we could. We could raise the money and give it to him for sure, maybe. I don't know if he has aspirations for that. I really don't know. What's your cure for calf cramps? Bad nights. Higher tolerance. The higher tolerance, the less that's going to happen. When you first start, like the beginning of the pepper season, I'm wrecked a lot. Later into the season, my tolerance raises. It's a tolerance that builds slower than the tolerance in your mouth. So just hang in there. Mike Honcho, my daughter's 7 and loves watching your videos. She says the whole intro. I'm Johnny Scoville. This is Chase to Eat. Oh, wow, I love that. Any kids merch? Wow, I don't, Mike. Sorry. Wow, that's so adorable. Tell her I said hi. That's so sweet. How sweet. Metal Music Maniac. It amazes me to see the pepper cookers wearing almost hazmat suits. It's pretty bad, man. I get it. I tell the story a bunch of times, but one day we were, you have to pay every year, Brie. One day we were cooking. I was making a video. It was a League of Fire video, in fact, for a challenge. We have spoonfuls of sauce, and we were cooking tubatera peanuts off to the side, maybe 20 feet from where I am. And we have this big giant hood over the thing you have no idea the power of that thing. It'll suck. You turn it on and everything kind of just moves that direction. It's an amazing vent. And you can hear the vent going on. We kick it on. You don't cook level 5 peanuts without the fan on. You're just asking for trouble. And the fan was on, and I hear everybody starting to cough, and I start to cough, and I'm like, I should have known because I'd been there before. I'm like, oh yeah. But I kind of just try to tough it out. I look over, and the dude that worked for us, he doesn't work for us anymore. I don't even want to say his name, but he was over the side. And it was the first time he had ever cooked those peanuts. So we have this big, gigantic stainless steel it looks like a paddle that you have in a canoe. Big, giant vat. And he's stirring it. And he's trying to keep his head back away from the fumes, and it's killing him. But as you can tell, he just didn't know any better. We're like, stop. The fan was still going, but it quit sucking. There was something wrong with it. That was the end of the whole day. Oh, catch your goals. Thank you so much. When will you see the beard unleashed at this length? Bree's going to see it first. Bree sees it all the time. It's really long. I don't know. I don't know if you, did you ever see the video I did? I did a video where I played a ZZ Top song. I had my the beard out. But thank you so much. You know what I'll do? You have to go. Here's the deal. I'm gonna when the next time it gets trimmed, Bree's gonna trim it, and we'll make a video out of that and cutting it and everything. I guarantee you, nobody here is gonna remember this. If there's anybody on watching right now that remembers, I'll be blown away because there's only 50 of us watching right now. But I'm telling you, like 5 years ago. Must have been 5 years ago. I was doing a live stream and I was teasing everybody. I had trimmed like 2 inches off my goatee, but I had it rubber band like at the very bottom. So I made it look like I teased everybody like I cut my goatee off. This person offered me 70, was it 50 or 75? Either 50 or $75 for the clipped goatee. I'm like, 1840, you bet, I'll give you that goatee. You can have that hair. Doesn't mean anything in 1800. 2023, that's DNA. You can't have that. Not that I even worry about anything. I haven't done anything wrong, really. I've owned everything. You guys know what I've done, for the most part. Have to get the kiddo a small, have to be a late night bed shirt until she grows into it. Yeah, you know what? I've had, I know people who've done that, actually. That would be interesting, Tom. Sounds like a fun project to choose 5 peppers that I grow in the same way and send the 2-gram samples of powders to the same lab just to see what the numbers come up with. What would we compare? I don't know. It'd be interesting. It'd be fun to do. I don't know what the song is. What the ZZ Top song is. Catch Your Goals. I don't remember. I don't remember. Sorry. Is eating hot stuff purposely on an empty stomach a good way to build your stomach tolerance as long as you don't do too much and cramp bad? Yeah, but that's a dangerous game, boy. Yeah. I do that all the time in the summer. In the beginning of the pod season, I do that all the time. In the morning, I'll eat a hot pod. And I'll start with a milder one and do that because it's definitely a good way to build your stomach tolerance. But the problem with it is it's such a fine line between you're building your tolerance and you've ruined your afternoon. You know what I mean? You got to be really careful with that. Walker, Texas Peppers. Will you do any reviews with the Hippie Seed Company in the future? I hope so, man. Neil Smith is amazing. I love him. I really do. He's a great guy. I had so much fun with him when I went to, last time I was in Australia, I had such a good time. And I told that story a bunch of times. But he was amazing. Maverick. You rock, Johnny. Ate a pepperoncini from the pizza box the other day and thought of you. Thank you for being a stellar dude full of kindness and humor. The dude abides. Keep the beard growing. I love that comment. Do you guys remember my dude abides shirt? I bet nobody will remember that because it's from way back. It's from, no one's seen it in a video for at least 3 years. Do you guys remember that shirt? The dude abides. Bree's got that shirt. It's a bed shirt for Bree. Alan, what's the hottest pepper in the world? I had a spat today about it. Please tell. Listen, it's such a can of worms. The hottest pepper in the world rated by the Guinness book is the Carolina Reaper. But I don't know any chili head who can look at me with a straight face and still say that that's the hottest pepper in the world. It just is not. It wasn't the hottest pepper in the world when I started my channel 7 years ago. And I've been saying that. I've been saying that. You guys have been hearing me say that for 7 years. It's not the hottest pepper. I've eaten hotter. Every single year I eat hotter peppers. So it's my opinion that the hottest pepper in the world is either a chocolate or a red primatale. 4 red or chocolate pods. The hottest yellow pod in the world is a killer yellow. No 2 ways about it. No yellow pod comes close, and I've eaten them all. The closest one is a big yellow mama. Is the closest to a killer yellow, but the killer yellow is a yellow primatale, and so I think the primatale is the hottest pepper. But Real Mahoney, do some contractor trash bags for Stroby again. That was epic. That was funny. I remember my neighbor looking at, like, she was in her backyard. I was with my dad's time, and the neighbor was looking at me. She was on her porch looking at me. I'm wearing a big giant garbage bag with, I don't know if you guys ever saw that, with a hole for my arms. I'm not wearing anything underneath because I was afraid I was going to get strobing on it. It was going to ruin my clothes. She looked out her window and I'm in the backyard. Oh, sorry. She must have thought I was crazy, man. Scott Sean, on the bus that chases heat. What a ride that can't be beat. Feeling the burn, love the churn. Johnny driving the Flintstones with his feet. Driving like the Flintstones. I love you, dude. I swear to you. Thank you, Darren. Yeah, my Big Lebowski shirt. That was great. I almost sold that. I almost sold that in a live stream. I bet Corey will remember. If Corey's still here, he's probably in that live stream. Somebody offered me money for that. I almost sold it. I'm glad I didn't. You're welcome, Charles. Yes, Darren is amazing, RS. He's very cool. Shakalaka. Good to see you. I followed you since 2020, and I'm pretty sure you said that it's not the hottest pepper the whole time. I really have catch your goals. And listen, I don't have a dog in the fight. And you'll find that everybody who says, listen, anybody who says that that's still the hottest pepper has a dog in the fight. Fact. Just the way it is. Neil, good to see you, man. I didn't even know you were here, dude. I didn't see your name yet. I'm so sorry, but thank you for being here, bro. Honestly, Neil. Thank you. Hang on, new viewer. Randy Pinball. I'm a new viewer. You have opened my world up to fantastic new and at times scary tastes. I'm 52 and I started the Magma 4. I cried like a kid. You started with Magma 4. It was worth it. Randy Pinball. Thank you for joining us for your first live stream here. It's awesome. Glad you're here. Walker Texas pepper is subjective by an individual's tolerance, so bite it to find out, right? Kevin L. I'll say that just a second, Walker, but Kevin L. is your wife at Chilihead. Look right below your name. See that chili monbird? That's Mrs. Scoville. Just got to go through the formality of it all. But yeah, she's a Chilihead. Ben Crenshaw, or Brad Crenshaw. Good to see you, Ben Crenshaw, the golfer. Anyway, Walker Texas pepper, subjective. What's interesting? You do have to bite it, and it is subjective. And it's funny because you'll hear people talk about a nemesis pepper. I know Tom's a big believer. He's under the, he's a believer that my nemesis pepper happens to be the Primatale. I know people who can eat can eat Reapers. I know a guy who can eat Reapers, like munch them and keep a conversation going. Hand him a ghost pepper, cripples him. Some would say that's his nemesis pepper. So I think, if I was the only dude that was saying the Primatale is the hottest pepper, then I would say that it's literally just a rare thing and it's just a fluke with me. But there's a lot of people saying that the Primatale is the hottest thing. Now, they could just be saying that to try to make me feel good. I doubt it. I'm not that important. So I really do believe, I don't know. It's funny too because I don't know if it was season 2 or must have been season 2 or season 3. I ate a Fatale, and I remember in that video saying, this is a special pepper, and in the future, this pepper is going to factor in big time. I said that in the video. And the Primatale is a 7-pot Primo crossed with a Fatale. And John Hart, I mentioned this in a video just the other day. John Hart, who used to work for K-Johns, says that there's there's like 5 or 6 different types of capsaicins, and there's Fatales are very high in a specific type of capsaicin that tends to really hit you. I believe that's coupled with the 7-pot Primo heat is what makes the Primatale so hard hitting. But Mark Supple just harvested some yellow 7-pot chilies. They have some serious heat going to make a mango 7-pot sauce. That sounds awesome. Catch your goals. Thanks for being here. For real. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Benjamin Hughes. No, silly person. Why would you even ask a question like that? Ed Pagillion III. It's a little sad to hear that the Guinness is a pay-to-win thing. Everything's a pay-to-win thing. Life is, that certainly is. And here's the thing. Most people don't know because you just look at it. It's got cool pictures. And, we all have a Everybody, when you're a kid, it's a kid thing. You weren't 35 when you were introduced to the Guinness book. You were 7, and it was like a big giant book, and you were like, holy crap, look at this cool stuff in this book. You know, the fattest twins and the biggest pumpkin and longest fingernails. And, it's really cool when you're 7 years old, but when you get to be older, you're like, what's really going on here? I would love to see what they would do if you had the record and didn't pay them and then said you had the record. It's brutal what they do to you. Darren, when you get the triple combo, big heat, bitter floral, oh man. Yeah, that can floor me too, Darren. Is the ghost pepper the hottest pepper in the world? No. Would be who knows at this point. Dylan's Kingdom, good to see you. Good night. Thanks for being here, man. Where's the Reaper tail at? Floral is so bad. Floral, just floral, I have a problem with. Floral with bitter, rocket. I love that. Blink Music 88. Hey Johnny, I just noticed they sell signed Chase the Heat merch at a local hot sauce store. Fox Valley Mall in Aurora, Illinois. Just wondering if it's legit or if you may know the owner. I don't know the owner. I don't know if it's legit. I'd like to see the signature to see if it's really me. I don't have a stamp. It's a round tube, so they're all, anyone that's ever been signed is really me. And you get like a Babe Ruth, or Mickey Mantle. Mickey Mantle, half of his balls were signed by secretaries. They'd sit in a room, for real. And some of them, certain secretaries are actually worth more than other secretaries. I'm serious. But I don't do that. So if it's, I'd like to know. If you can find out the name of the store, let me know. I'd be curious. Admit none. Hi, good sir. Love your vids, and I hate spice. You're special to me then. I love that. I love the people that hang out on the bus and don't eat hot stuff. It's special to me. Good night, Chili Monbird. I can't tell if Chili Monbird is saying good night to everybody else or if she's saying good night. I'm not quite sure. Aaron Giorno, a range of variables for individuals comes into play for personal experience. It's like sound. Not everybody hears the same frequency, but it's still hot. Yeah, I agree with that. I do. I think it's not quite as subjective as music. I certainly, there's some variables that play in, but I can get behind that. I have one more piece of passion fruit here. I ain't going anywhere. Ha! It's my girl. What a really pretty fruit this is. Seriously. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? It's just so pretty. You guys ever look at certain fruit? One thing that I found really interesting was going to different countries. Like the first 3 years of the channel, I went to a lot of countries, and for the channel, and there are so many different fruits that other countries have that we don't. Like there's a fruit. You guys can help me out with it. What's the fruit they have in? Do you guys remember the fruit that they have in the Philippines? It's called Ramadan or something. It looks like hairy fruit. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? It's the strangest thing in the whole world. It looks like a hairy brown kiwi. I think it's called Ramadan or something, or something like that. Every time I go to the Philippines, when I get to the airport, when they pick me up, they give me a gigantic bag. And I mean like a big, giant grocery bag full of them. There must be a couple hundred of them. The first time I got there, they gave me, I'm like, what's this? They said, you'll like it, trust me. Oh, what an amazing, it almost has a fruit similar to this. Very white, with a big pit in it. It's amazing. Rambutan. Thank you. I love it. But you know, in different countries, you'll see fruit. You're like, what in the world is that? I never saw a rambutan before. Cowboys from there. Oh, cowboy. You're the man, Johnny. You and LA Beast are the reason I got into hot peppers. Thank you so much. I love LA Beast. The name means Harry. I didn't know that, admit none. Isn't LA Beast great? He's just a good, great content creator. I mean, for real, a great content creator. Do you realize how he's changed YouTube? Amazing guy. Purple colored dragon fruit is the prettiest color. Benjamin Hughes. Have I ever had durian? I have. I've had frozen durian. I've had fresh durian. I've had hot sauce that has durian in it. Can I tell you something? I love durian. Love it. Not even joking. Love the flavor. You want to hear something crazy? I love the smell of durian. I don't think it smells gross. If you don't like cheese, you think cheese smells gross, right? It's true. If you don't like Limburger cheese, you think it smells like a gym sock. If you like Limburger cheese, it smells like good cheese. I dig durian. Doesn't bother me a bit. Uh-oh. CFH Cowboys about to get down on a jigsaw. It's a great pepper. The winner. I think you turned me on to you. Charlie Mullins, love you, bro. Seriously, praying for your mom. Thanks for being here, man. Kiwis and dragon fruit, very similar texture and taste. I can get behind that. I agree with that. We are approaching the top of the hour where we will conclude today's broadcast. You know what's going to happen, right? Someone's going to roll in between the next couple minutes. Daniel, Vermont, saying hi. Where in Vermont you from, my man? I bet I know somebody where you are. You start mentioning places I used to live, I'm like Gandalf. I know everybody. Well, we're praying for her still, Charlie. We're not stopping. Excuse me. LA Beast is how I found you. He did a video where he ate a tube of terror. He's definitely not a chili. No, but he's fun. He's hilarious. I love cheese too. Big shout out to Vermont. Killington. Oh, I know everybody. Casey's Caboose. Oh, give me a break. I know that everybody. I know the people that own bars in Killington. I know the Back Behind Saloon. Dick Blaney. I promise you, I know people you probably hang out with. That's crazy. I used to ski there. Everybody knew. I was a legend there. I was more of a legend there than I am in Peppers now. And I'm not a legend, but everybody knew me there. That's crazy. Put it this way. I was skiing Killington before there was the Northeast Passage, which they've now taken down. But remember the Northeast Passage? Okay, I was skiing in Killington before they did the Northeast, before they put that up, and that was, I don't even want to talk about what year that was. That's crazy. I'm sure I know people where you're at. That's not even a joke. That's funny. Robbie Robertson, my man. Speaking of Vermont, what is Australia's position on cheese? I don't know. I'm certain they have great cheese. Everything they do there, they do well. I know that I was in New Zealand. I went to a cheese shop and had some of the most amazing cheese I ever had. And they're so close in proximity to Australia. I got to figure they have good cheese there. Bring us up to date on the cheese thing. Daniel, my mind's blown. I could go further. I promise you. I guarantee you. How old are you? How old are you, Daniel? Can hot sauce in your eye make you go blind? Nah. For a few minutes it will, but not long term. CFH, I've eaten some pretty harsh peppers. You think I can eat a bootla? You can eat anything you want. You know, you're gonna pay though. It's gonna hurt. Start with a sliver of it, then move up. Daniel is 32. Okay. I'm trying to think of some people that you would know. You know Chuck Martin? You don't know Chuck Martin, do you? He was a great skier back in the day. See, that was a long time ago. Does that blow you away, though? I told you I'm like Gandalf. He tells me where he's at. I'm sure we really do know people. That's crazy, though. I spent so much time in Casey's Caboose and the Back Behind Saloon. Like, I know the Back Behind Saloon. He's been a family friend forever. Robbie Robertson, they need a sharp cheddar for me to feel safe with you moving there. For real. We love cheese at Oz. They got some great cheese factories. I feel better, Bree. Robbie, I love you, dude. For real. Pepper Shism, good to see you. Some of the best cheese in the world. Tasmania has some great cheeses. Sounds like a plan. I need to get there. December nights, guys. Get going, dude. Tell the kids it's going to be a great day tomorrow, because it's going to be. Tell us when you love them. Mr. Wolf. Dehydrated pods. Set longer in the stomach. I'd almost agree with that. That fresh pods kind of hang with you longer in your stomach than, or dehydrated pods. I can see that. You'll need my blessing. You have my blessing. You got this. Only down the road. Perfect. Beaumont resident. Johnny, any new tinctures you recommend or your recent favorites? Can we see it? Hoping you're doing well. I'm great. This is my favorite new tincture. Really, it's just a monster. It's a very aged tincture from Seriously Hot Peppers. It's just amazing. Aged forever. And when you age stuff, it just creates a mellowness and character to the flavor that is so different from the exact same tincture. The starting batch, they're all the same, and depending on how long this is a really great one. If you want it, go to the most recent video. Oh, you know what? I'll put a link in the description box for this one. Go to the most recent. Go to what day was it, guys? Last Sunday or last Monday? It was either Sunday or Monday. I did a video about this. There's a link in the description box, and it's available for purchase to the public on Monday, I believe. I go through Pownell, Vermont. Oh, Pownell? Yeah. Bennington. Oh, no way. I got Bennington stories. I've got Bennington stories. So does David Foy. We have some funny Bennington stories. Johnny Roberts, you're a legend. Love your videos. Spelled Chilihead Ron. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it, Johnny. I swear all capsaicin floats in my stomach. Hours later, I can burp and light my throat up. It's a fact. I've done that, Darren. For real, man. Man, will you be in San Diego in June? I got the invite, which is half the battle, so I think I probably will go. If I'm not, if I don't go, it's because I'm with Bree, and I'd rather be there with Bree than, we'll see. Daniel, all the businesses up on the mountain, are your way around, no doubt. I'm a bit younger, but still, it's cool to hear. Long back, you mentioned Rockwell's living in Vermont. Growing up, long-time fan. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, that's crazy, Vermont, man. You go to certain places, they're still talking about me. I promise you, that's not even such a good thing. I mean it. Mary Jane trying to get me to play guitar again. Yeah, I don't know. Blake, what are tinctures? What are the tinctures aged in? Glass jars, but every single day he shakes them several times, at least once a day, and it's an incredible process. Actually, with the extreme regret hot sauce that you did, it was really good. It was like a 2 on your scale. Johnny Roberts, he chili-head you. It's awesome. I still have a small amount of the first tincture I made. I remember that. A real witch's brew, habanero ghost. I remember you doing that. With overproof rum. Nice. Daniel, I'm really glad you stopped by. That was cool. And Tommy and I, we ran around Killington a lot. Like, for real. I broke my leg on remember I don't know if they still have it, the 13-mile trail. You know the 13-mile trail, right? Guys, it's a 13-mile trail. I broke my leg on the 13-mile trail. I cut my teeth on Outer Limits. You know Outer Limits? Daniel, on Bear Mountain. They have the Devil's Fiddle and Outer Limits. Outer Limits, I was there before they cut the tree line and made the trail for the Devil's Fiddle. Devil's Fiddle is like 68 degrees. It's insane how steep this mountain is. I'm glad you're on the bus also, Johnny. That's very cool. Brother, you're my evil Knievel of the chilly world. Thank you, Walker, Texas Peppers. You will, Pepper Schism. You met me once before, filming in Dallas. How cool. I hope we get to meet again, too. Dude, I'd love to hear those Bangton, Vermont stories. I got an email saved to draft. Maybe there. I love 15. Yeah, I got some. I do Devils. Devils is gnarly. Listen, I used to tell people stories about Outer Limits, Daniel. They don't believe me. You can verify this. I remember back in the day, this is not a joke. You can stand at the top of Outer Limits, and if you got a decent throwing arm, you can make a good hard snowball. And underhand, if you really chuck it, you can almost go to the bottom of the hill. It's that steep. You can stand on Outer Limits and put your arm straight out, and sometimes, depending on where you are, touch the mountain, just standing straight up. You almost get one shot. You almost get one shot at Outer Limits, depending on how you fall. If you get lucky, you fall a certain way, maybe a mogul will catch you. But I've seen 100 times I've fallen, and that's it. You're at the bottom. But man, it was gnarly. What a gnarly! It says at the top, it's a double diamond. It says, "Are you an expert skier?" You better be. I'm not fooling you guys. You should. If you go, it's legendary. It's a legendary mountain. Go to YouTube after we're done here and look up Bear Mountain Outer Limits. There are moguls the size of Volkswagens. Daniel will tell you, I'm not even making that up. It's crazy. Once fried an egg on my tongue. I love it. I like you, Mary Jane Weed. Took the advice you gave me, Pepper Schism, about uploading more content, no matter how small. It's been working. Thank you for that. Of course, man. You got to give me a reason to come back. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. I love you all. Thank you for hanging out with me. I really do. You guys are awesome. Tomorrow is Saturday. Will I do? You want to do a live stream tomorrow night? You want to do a Saturday live stream? Quick consensus. We'll see what people say. With the first person, if someone says no, we won't. If someone says yes, we will. What do you guys think? Should we do a live stream tomorrow? True stories. I'm not joking, Daniel. It's an amazing. The fun part about a couple times, it didn't happen a lot. I remember one time it snowed like 3 feet. They closed school, and I had a friend with a 4-wheel drive truck, and we went up there. We were the first people down on Outer Limits, and it was beautiful. Because there powder like you powder in out west. It's 3 feet, 4 feet. Powder in Killington is hardpack. All right, guys. Love you all. Sorry, I didn't mean to go off on the skiing, but that was fun, Daniel. You guys are awesome. It's going to be a great day tomorrow. Looks like we're going to have a live stream tomorrow night. So we'll see you. Same bat time, same bat channel. Thank you all for hanging out with me. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this was our live stream.